understaffed. People don't want to work. I mean, who wants to work? I don't want to work. Hello, everyone. It's a pre-show where we talk about what we're going to do on the show. Best show of the week. Just talking about all the new books dropping. It's a huge week from DC. Diamond's got some problems. I don't know what Diamond's got going on. We'll talk
What
about
else
it.
is new?
Yeah, no shit. Something with their FOC probably from last week. Shipment mess up. Or just some intern not doing their job. One or the other. So, yeah, you do anything cool, man? Anything? No. It's just been
I
like
did watch that
24 hours.
Sandman. Yeah, nothing since yesterday really, but that Sandman trailer did come out.
Ooh, yeah, that look. I mean, it's exactly what I expected.
It does, but there's not much to talk about when it comes to a trailer, especially when it is just kind of giving us a bunch of beats from the first volume of the comic. But I feel like they got the aesthetic right, and it's got me interested to watch. Which is what a trailer should do.
I was gonna watch no matter what if there's a trailer.
I honestly
not
necessarily.
Yeah.
When they're adapting a comic into a TV show, there's a good precedent for them fucking it up. But this trailer looks like they're not fucking it up,
I always lean on Watchmen. I mean, that show should have been the worst fucking show ever and ended up being like my favorite season of television in history. It was just so great.
I'll gladly eat shit when it comes to Watchmen. I was worried about that when it was first announced, but that did turn out amazing.
Oh, man. I want to watch it again. It's so good. Well, all right. Well, let's do the damn show. Lots of comics.
Do the damn show.
Do the damn show, Gomer. Shut up already.
You don't think anybody will watch that garbage?
Some people will watch anything, Scarlet.
It's true.
And thank God for that. I mean, we wouldn't have an audience if people weren't willing to watch garbage.
Oh, look, I just put on the wrong. There's the right banner. Greetings, geeks. Welcome back. Another episode of This Geek in Comics, Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
It's Gomer and Taylor hour. And yeah, how you doing, man? Doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Let's do the damn thing. It was a huge week at DC. It's a FUBAR week over at Diamond. We'll look at that in a bit. But if you see something, say something, chat. If you want us to talk about a book, we will definitely lean in as hard as we can to talk about that book. But again, DC has got an amazing, it's kind of an all over the place week. It's like, damn, DC, you dropping all this shit on us. You had all kinds of space last week to drop all kinds of books on us. But
well, for whatever reason these days, they really send out meager offerings the first week of the month.
They ignored like an entire week of the month. I don't get it. But Aquaman Andromeda, Ram V, top of his game, Eisner nominated this year, and Christian Ward, Eisner winner as far as I recall. I think he's won something. But yeah, this is going to be rad. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great psychedelic art. And Ram V knows how to do writing comics.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if this is going to be harder or what, but
it looks like Aquaman by way of Swamp Thing, and Ram V's Swamp Thing has been really cool.
Yeah, and he reminds me like Davy Jones from the Pirates movies. Like he's made up of sea creatures.
Now that you mentioned that, yeah, that does look a lot like that. He's like all barnacled up on us and everything.
Yeah, so that's going to be a really hot book this week. I love this Brian Hitch variant. More Brian Hitch, please. More Brian Hitch. But moving on, this is that Artist Elite Primer. This is that new publisher. This is not DC Comics. This is that new publisher that we talked about, I don't know, almost a month or two ago. This is their primer book. This is like their
the one that's kind of like a new generation Image.
Yeah. I don't know how hot this is going to be. I'm definitely going to pick it up. I like at least half of the creators on there. But anyway, Batman 124, extra buck on this one. Why? Because it's the last one by Joshua Williamson.
Yeah, they're about to tag in Chip Zdarsky.
Woo, very excited for that. You read Omega, right? The Shadow War Omega. Sort of leaned into the new Batman and Robin dynamic, hopefully, with Damian and Bruce, getting back together.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's where Chip's going with it. This also has which is really stupid, a prologue to the Poison Ivy book written by G. Willow Wilson, which is weird because that Poison Ivy book is also in this week's solicits. So we'll talk about that.
Kind of late for a preview, yeah.
Kind of late, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Neo Year 3, this has been pretty good. You know, I follow this stuff. Basically, Gotham City has become sort of sentient, and you know, Batman's trying to take it out. But it's hard because he's so tech oriented that he sort of has to take a step back from that angle of Batman Beyond and sort of do things off the grid and things like that. And how do you do that in this future? And it was pretty well done. You know, I love Max Dunbar's art. So if you like Batman Beyond, this is definitely a fun one to get. Christian Ward pulling double duty, getting this really fun psychedelic looking cover for
that looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Moving forward, Killing Time. This should be over. Why? Because it's Tom King and no one is reading it. Batman is fighting fucking tigers in this, like in a tiger pit. I have not been reading this. The first issue was just all over.
I think I remember this existing. Like, it's issue number 4, but I honest to God can't remember the first 3 issues of this even coming out.
I only read the first issue because it jumped between like 3 different scenes, like 3 hours ago, 2 days ago, 14 hours ago. It kept jumping around in this stupid way that I just lost interest. So Tom King is either a bullseye hit for me or not even near the board miss, you know? Or did I say that? Bullseye hit?
I think you said that right.
Moving on, the big book of the week.
This is start of the big event that's going to be taking us through all the way to the end of the year, it looks like.
All the way. January is going to have a lot of explaining to do once we get to the end of this. But yeah, I'm stoked. I've already seen the new team lineup. It's interesting. No spoilers, but there are 2 characters with the same name on the team. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll see what you're talking about.
It's gonna be really cool, dude.
I haven't spoiled that one for myself. Yeah, I am eager to get onto this new era of the Justice League, and this event does seem like it'll be a lot of fun.
I think so too. It's going to be long. You know, it's going to be a slog through at least part of it, but I'm hoping they can keep it interesting. Okay, cover here. I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of covers for it. We get this Jamal Campbell cover, which is beautiful. You know, it looks like they're sort of focusing on different characters. This one's great, the Inhook Lee cover, but my money on the Bruno Redondo Eisner nominated Bruno Redondo cover. Yeah, that's cool. That's
I really like the thematic element to that too. You know, it looks like I'm assuming they'll do more of these, and it looks like it's like the character who's gone, and then like all the characters who like follow in their legacy.
Yeah, dude.
And it's Bruno Redondo, so that's really cool automatically.
I hope they keep doing shit like this throughout, you know. Because
this will be the one I'm trying to look out for, I guess. But looking forward to this a lot.
And then it's got the Jim Lee homage. So a hitter, constant success book. Tom Taylor, Dark Knights of Steel, number 7. Pushing past the halfway point. Great cover here where Batman's just riding a fucking dragon. What? That's rad.
Why the fuck not? You know?
Yeah, why the hell not? Exactly.
He's gonna be Daenerys, I guess, moving forward.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Father of Dragons, which kind of fits because he's like the father of the son of the dragon. Anyway, this is a dope book. No reason to even really mention anything else about it. It's Game of Thrones with DC characters. That's all you need to know. It's awesome. DC Pride 2022, of course, you know they do this every year. $10 is kind of a big investment.
That's a big asking price,
especially this week.
I mean, this is something that I'd like to support, but I don't know that I got $10 in it for me.
Yeah, they got an extra $1 on Batman this week because it's the final issue. They got an extra $1 or maybe $2 on Dark Crisis. Andromeda is definitely a pickup, and that's only 3 books. We're not even to the Poison Ivy by
G. Willow Wilson.
Earth Prime, The Flash. Okay, we get it. Thank God this is almost done. This is such a dumb idea. It's like 10 years too late. All these shows are fucking canceled. The Flash isn't even. There was a fight on The Flash last week that happened during the fucking commercial. Okay, so yeah, that show has just lost everything.
Well, tell us how you really feel, Gomer.
Why the
Jeez.
CW keeps getting DC projects, I'll never know. The new Gotham Knights show or whatever the hell it is looks stupid. Anyway, moving on. This is hilarious. Flashpoint Beyond #2, which I forgot about. I forgot this existed. The DC event of 2022 continues. No, it's not. Shut up. It's not.
I mean, I feel like the DC event of 2022 is launching this week.
Exactly. This is not the event of 2022. Okay. This isn't even an event. This is like an arc, a continuation,
So how did Thomas get like his back unbroken?
Exactly how? How?
I missed when that happened. I'm assuming there was some issue somewhere that I didn't see.
Who knows?
But
who knows?
I
Probably
don't know.
a Lazarus pit or some special doctor.
Sure, whatever, I guess.
Anyway, Justice League 75 getting a second printing just in time for Dark Crisis to come out. This is the issue where they murder the Justice League. Joshua Williamson kills them all. Also a great pickup. Justice Warriors. This is not a DC book, so I'm going to move on. Meow Magazine. Monkey Prince, #5, almost halfway there. Been a solid book. I love this homage cover, the Jaws homage cover. Very cool. But just not for me. This book isn't written for me. It's written for younger readers.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I didn't dislike it, but yeah, it just didn't grab me with the first couple issues.
Yeah. And Lewin Yang writes to an audience. He's not writing to this audience. Read Shang-Chi.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Shang-Chi is written to us. It's dope.
Yeah.
Multiversity Teen Justice #1. That's a mouthful, and yeah, this is just Earth 11's Young Justice. I don't know how much else I don't know. Is this going to mean any damn thing down the road?
I don't even know what Earth 11's shtick is.
Yeah.
Like I know Earth 3 is the bad guy Earth. I know Earth 2 is the Justice Society Earth, but I don't know this one.
Yeah, I don't know either. So probably a pass for me, but it might be pretty good. Nice covers, and a blank cover. Nubia, Queen of the Amazons, #1 of 4. Stephanie Williams, Aletha Martinez, Mark Morales. This should be good for the Wonder Woman fans if you've enjoyed the recent event.
Yeah, that Trial of the Amazons leads directly into this, it looks like.
Yeah. Beautiful Jay Lee cover here. Perfect lines every time when Jay Lee, does anything. But it's all about Poison Ivy. Probably the second book I'm looking forward to most this week. G. Willow Wilson's Poison Ivy. This is going to be great, dude.
Yeah, that seems like a good match of character and writer. And Poison Ivy's profile has really shot up a lot in the last few years.
Yeah. I don't know if that's thanks to Harley, since Harley's profile gone up and they're so closely connected that
probably. I mean,
really
she's like a protagonist or at least close to one on that Harley Quinn show and everything. So yeah, I mean,
Harley's in the new Justice League too. Shh.
What the fuck?
And a really weird cover here. I kind of like it. But yeah, definitely getting that Poison Ivy book. And then a bunch of quests aside, Rick and Morty from Oni. Robin #13 gets another printing. And the last but not least, I'm not even going to talk about that Tales of the Dark Multiverse. To hell with that. If you didn't get it in its original run, Static Shock Season 1, yes, $25 hard or $30 hardcover, $29.99 hardcover. Definitely worth a pickup. Great.
Yeah,
series,
this was the best of the Milestone books that launched with this relaunch that they've done. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out already, you probably should at some point.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So a bunch of awesome books happening over there at the damn distinguished competition. Let's refresh Previews World from Diamond. And no, it's still not fixed. Typically, all we do is on this website is see all of the books that are coming out on this Wednesday at your comic shop. But for some reason, this is all screwed up because Closet #1, that came out last week. All right, Cyber Force, that came out last week. Firepower definitely came out last week. But Little Monsters #4, there are some books in here. Metal Society #2, that is new this week. First issue was pretty good. A lot of lean in, a lot of, laying the foundation. Second issue should be a lot better. We'll see how that goes. Fun sci-fi there. What else we got here? Oblivion Song. I think this is the finale. Yeah, this is the series finale of Kirkman's Oblivion Song. Not a bad book, but not his best book. After School #1. This actually looks pretty interesting. Your kids are out of control. It's a new horror anthology, and the first issue is like about this girl who has anxiety and can see monsters and all kinds of weird shit. I think that's the best way to say it. It's weird shit. Okay. Period. It's weird shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of got like a what's the movie I'm thinking of? Where like or at least like more like a genre movie where like everyone's like like, oh, you're crazy, but like you're the only sane person, like that type of thing.
Yeah. It seems like that. It looks okay. Sorry. Spawn.
Ain't a
Scores.
Wicked Image without a Spawn book.
You got to have a McFarlane.
Oh, 2
and a
Spawn books, it
Kirkman.
looks like.
Yeah,
Unless one of
2
these was
Spawn
last
books,
week.
and a Kirkman. So that Texas Blood #14 is also new this week. Fantastic series. Never quite got as good as that first issue, but still pretty good. Time Before Time is like time, organized crime time, I guess is a good way to put it. Not bad. Twig #2, all ages book. Really solid cartooning in this. Second issue is just as good. Very creative looking characters, really vibrant and fun.
I think you so when the first one came out, this is kind of like got that bone energy going.
It does. It's got that bone feel to it, definitely. And Walking Dead, Kirkman making more money. And yeah, that's it. What's the furthest place from here? #6 was last week. So they're doing the same thing for Dark Horse. Adapt or Die came out last week. There is really nothing here to talk about. This Maze book hardcover by Jeff Lemire, and only Jeff Lemire. He did the writing and the art on it. One of my favorite books of the past year. It was perfect.
All right. I've been waiting for this one to come out in trade. I might have to jump the gun and get it in hardcover here. We'll have to see.
Awesome, dude. It is so damn good.
Well, it comes from Jeff Lemire, so it's going to be at least a little good. But
yeah,
sounds like from what you've told me about it, this sounds like it's one of his better things he's done in years. Honestly,
it's top 5 for me. I think Underwater Welder, Gideon Falls, but man, this is just really, really good. Yeah. Don't miss that if you're a fan of that, of that writer. One book I definitely had to mention because I did get an early look at this one. It's The Ward #1. Cavan Scott, who is like the architecture of the High Republic Star Wars books at Marvel and IDW, hooks up with Andre Ponce. It's a hospital for mythological creatures. That's all you need to know.
That does sound interesting.
It's really cool, dude. I mean, it plays out like an episode of ER with the background, or Grey's Anatomy or something like that, with that background drama of the characters, but like a full focus on the health shit that's going on. You
see a lot of things where it's like, police, but like weird gimmick. You don't see a lot of hospital, but weird gimmick books.
Yeah. Like the head of staff is a ghost. This Minotaur comes in who's like in a gang, and like a fairy rips his horn off. But in the process, she gets some silver lodged in her. It's wild. I mean, it's really weird, dude. But it works. It's a really fun first issue. We Have Demons. These are basically reprints of Comixology books, getting a paper print. And that's it. IDW is about the same. Not much from the dub. The Rocketeer has been okay. Not great, just okay. Sonic is, moving on. Transformers Last Bot Standing is quite good. If you are a Transformers fan, you are going to enjoy Last Bot Standing.
Well, this is really part of their ushering out, right? So
yeah, they're bowing the curtain call, basically.
Well, I'm glad they're ending with at least a few books that are worth reading to go out on.
Oh, for sure. That's it there. Now we get into some harder stuff because I can't remember from Marvel what comes out from week.
I know Alien was last week. I think Amazing Spider-Man is new for this week, but I have not been on this relaunch.
Yeah, me too. I dropped it after the first issue. I was just not into the art. The story felt.
I could be okay with the art. Like a lot of this looks pretty solid to me, but I don't want to just watch Peter Parker getting shit on. I hate those types of Spider-Man books, and that seems like that's all this is.
Yeah, and that's what it has been. So. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Avengers Forever #6 was definitely last week. Black Panther the same. Captain Marvel was last week. Carnage was last week. This is new. Fortnite X Marvel Zero
Yeah,
War.
I'm pretty sure that's new.
This is new. This will sell out. This will be one of the biggest issues of the week.
Yeah, there's no way anyone's getting their hands on this unless they get there at the shop's opening.
Yeah.
These Fortnite books sell like, fucking water in the desert.
Yeah, they come with codes for free shit in the game, and people love that stuff. So, looks pretty good there. Ghost Rider number 3 was definitely last week. Jane Foster, Mighty Thor. I think this is new this week.
I believe that is new. Yeah.
Yeah. Torrin Gronbeck, Michael Dowling.
Yeah, he was the one who wrote the Valkyrie series from before, and it looks like he's picking up with Jane again, although she's picking up the hammer again. So back to being Thor, I guess.
Be interesting to see where that goes. Always good. Oh, and a Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, always fun to see Beta Ray around.
Nice to see Bill. Nice. King Conan was last week. Knights of X was definitely last week. We can talk about Legion of X. This is new. First issue was just okay. I want a little bit more. I really love the characters here, but they're kind of approaching it with a weirdness and
I mean,
that's to be expected. Really,
it seems like this is exactly what you would think based off of the Way of X book that Cy Spurrier did last year. This really is just a continuation of that. It looks like it's the same characters. It's the same kind of feel. The art's new, and that looks pretty good.
Yeah, Jan Bazaldua is great. I mean, I'm still on all the X books, so I'm definitely going to pick it up, but there's a lot better ones. Speaking of better ones, Marauders number 3. Even though they're not on the ocean anymore, they've taken to space in this first arc. First couple of issues have been pretty damn good. Steve Orlando knows what's up. So they're heading to Shi'ar space now. Shit's going to get in lots of trouble. People, the Marauders are going to get in some trouble. And it's just a really fun book. I'm enjoying it. Get this cool David Baldione cover too. Oh, we may have lost. Oh, no, he's there.
No, I'm still here.
Great David Baldione cover.
Yeah, that looks rad.
Wonderful, wonderful shit. Moving on. Miles Morales was last week. Savage Avengers number 2. First issue was pretty good. I believe we're back in the Hyborian age. Things have gone because we're getting rid of Conan. We got to drop Conan off, back at home. I fear by the end of this arc that, Conan will no longer be appearing in any Marvel books, including this one. But art looks great. Carlos Magno.
You think they're going to be able to finish the arc here before they have to dump Conan?
It seems like it's pretty good timing for them finishing the arc before the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe they'll even go further than an arc. Maybe they'll have a little 2-issue or send off, some sort of send off for him.
Maybe.
Yeah. A whole bunch of Star Wars. Star Wars is always good at Marvel. Strange number 3. I believe this was a last week book as well.
I'm pretty sure that was last week.
Yeah. Thor 26 is definitely new this week as the Banner of War event continues.
Yeah, Thor has hulked out now.
Yeah, now Thor is hulked out. Man, this is just Donny Cates having fun. Just doing whatever the fuck you want.
It's big, dumb, stupid fun.
Yep. And I'm okay with that. There's a place for that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Venom number 8 is also new. Ram V. How about Ram V with writing 2 awesome books at Marvel and DC? You know what I mean? He's
doing really well for himself right now, and he's one of those guys. Yeah, it's like, where does he find the time?
Yeah. So there you go. It's the moment you've been waiting for somehow. Dylan Brock has fulfilled his destiny and become the new Venom. So we knew that was going to happen. Only took 8 issues. Not bad. It's a little weird because they're still going back and forth from, the Venom.
Honestly, this is one of those books where I might recommend, even if you're a big Venom fan, wait for the trade because I think it's an easier read if you're not having to wait 2 months for the continuation of the story.
Going back and forth and back and forth. Yeah. So it's
I didn't like that when Wonder Woman did it back when they did the New 52, and I don't really like it when they're doing it here. Oh, it was Rebirth when they did that one.
It was Rebirth. What else we got? I think that's it. This was last week as well. This X-Men 92 stuff. So, some pretty good books from Marvel. Definitely pales in comparison to what DC has thrown at us this week. But
DC's launching their big event. Which one's wasn't Judgment Day supposed to be launching sometime this month?
I think it's next week. Actually, we get Judgment Day full on. So we'll see. Barbarella only mentioned this because of, I'll say his name again, Matabek Busabekov. That dude can draw some shit. I mean, again, it's just kind of cheesecake. The story is okay, but man, Madibek Musabekov.
Well, I mean, of course it's cheesecake. We're over in Dynamite now.
But yeah, you're gonna see his name on a lot more books. So Barbarella, always a fun pickup. A lot of variant covers for this too, but they always do.
Again, it's Dynamite.
Right.
They have like 5 books come out, and they have like 15 variants per book, you know?
Yeah, right. So The Boys, number 7. This is kind of cool because The Boys is back. They're, putting out all these Authentics covers, red, white, and blue for Homelander. I think that's funny as shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fun way to get the book. It's they're going to do a cash grab for the show. This is a fun way to do it, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Diamond Never Dies was last week. Blah, 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 blah. I can't believe that Diamond is screwing us with these previews this week. But anyway, moving on to Boom. Doesn't look like much from them either. A bunch of trades. The new Dune book, Once and Future, was last week. They do have this Orcs, The Curse, number 1. It's an all ages book, kind of, fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, shticks sort of stuff about orcs. First volume was really good. It was pretty fun. And they're doing a second one, so it was popular. And that's it. Yeah, moving on to everything else. There is not much.
This is one where I'm not going to have any idea what's this week and what's last week.
Astronaut Down, I'm pretty sure, is this week. This is the new Aftershock book by James Patrick. The art inside looks exactly the way it does on this cover. So
yeah, I feel like I'd remember this cover. That looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of good art in here. I'm not sure how good the story's going to be. I'm pretty sure this Patrick guy is like some TV writer, maybe. Oh, no, he wrote Kaiju Score, which is a fantastic book, actually.
Well, all right. Good thing you checked, right?
Yeah, so this might be damn good. Kaiju Score is a book about kaiju attacking.
But they're like doing a heist, yeah?
Yeah, criminals using a kaiju as like a diversion for a heist. Yeah, it's a really, really fun book. But yeah, not much else from the smaller press. I'm telling you, dude, DC has just run away with the damn books this week.
They've definitely got all my top picks, I would say, between Poison Ivy and Dark Crisis starting up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Those are your books this week. Yeah, man. There's some smaller press stuff, but it's really hard to tell what was last week and what was this week. So, top 3 this week, easy. Dark Crisis, Aquaman Andromeda, and Poison Ivy. 1, 2, 3. Easy.
I don't know if I'm going to pick up Andromeda. I might trade wait for that one, but
nice.
But yeah, definitely Dark Crisis and Poison Ivy are instant pickups. Oh, and Dark Knights of Steel coming back. Looking forward to that.
Sure. It's been like a week or two, maybe late.
I shouldn't say like come back. It hasn't been that big of a gap, but like the next issue of it is out.
Yeah,
starting up the second half of the story here.
Yep, excited to read that. But over at Marvel, the X books are always good for me. Always fun.
Venom's usually solid. The X books are always pretty solid. There's Savage Avengers is always a good read.
Sure, yep, that'll be good.
But it's mostly just a lot of like old, reliable, solid books, Yeah.
It's hard to compete with DC this week, y'all, but we're going to try. We're going to talk about all of those books. Well, no, we're not going to talk about them next week.
Well, unless you can get Adam out of hibernation.
We might get Adam out of hibernation, so just check back, y'all. We might be here Sunday, we might not. We're going to talk about those books anyway, eventually, even if it's the second issue or the third issue before we get to talk about them. But keep coming back. We're going to have a show Monday, at least next week, to do the previews for next week. So Taylor's going on vacay. That's what's happening.
I am indeed.
Keep checking back. We got the Comic Book Bullies hosting on this show, hosting their show here. Great stuff from Leroy and Eli. They had a show last night. Definitely check that out. If you want links to all the stuff we've got going on, outrightgeekery.com is where you'll go. A bunch of links to all of our YouTube, like TikTok or something we got going. I don't fucking know. Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, we still have a Twitter. All the social medias, merch. I don't know why you'd want a shirt of this. Hat, maybe a koozie. I don't know. We got all kinds of dumb shit. Patreon, if you want to give us some money, hey, whatever. I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm going to thank you for it. But yeah,
well,
we got.
I mean, way to make the pitch there.
That's
you know?
right. I'm pitching. If I'm afraid if I hype it too much, then they'll be disappointed. Now I'm setting them
Managing
up to win.
expectations
Exactly.
is the key.
It's a key. But yeah, we really appreciate everybody listening. Thanks a lot, but most of all, thanks to this guy for hanging out with this guy.
Glad to do it.
We are gonna do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Man, it amazes me. Last week's previews is longer, and there was like half as many books.
Weird how that worked out, yeah.
Weird.
Well, we were like talking with